Hey, welcome to my VOD review. Quick disclaimer, because it was a 2-row victory on control, though there's not much, like, lot to criticize, but there are some stuff about positioning and, yeah, bubble usage and stuff like this, which I will point out. So yeah.
You should cosplay Diva.
Who?
No,
Gromwell?
Rommel. No, thank you.
We have to build a mech though.
Oh.
I think you can buy the weapon from Blizzard or from Nerf. I don't know.
Bunny Blaster, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Or the
Can skip that.
Jupiter.
There we go.
Okay, so first of all, you're playing Megoats, which is important, I guess.
Are we going straight into them or going?
No, go server and then. Yeah, this is fast.
already playing.
Zarya's are there?
Zarya.
They what?
There was.
Get run up.
No,
Behind,
Bobo.
behind.
I'm NT.
I'm on Rhine, I'm on Rhine.
Have zone.
Rhine her.
Why no,
I'm
why
on.
no, dead.
Nice.
Too bad.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to point out is we're going go back to the start of the fight and slow down a bit, and I'm going to mute the audio. Okay, so you have both your you have both bubbles. So right, like it's the beginning of the fight. Nothing happened yet. Now use your first bubble on the Diva, which is whatever, I guess. But the thing is, like what you literally don't do, like at all, is calling out like in the whole gameplay. You're not calling out when you bubble people, which, in my opinion, is like very helpful for the people. Like if you say, okay, like bubbling Diva, then the Diva can play accordingly. Obviously, the Diva gets like visual effect and probably knows that she got bubbled, but just to make sure and like help them. Okay, I'm gonna let's play instant time. So you have no bubbles.
I'm NT.
You got NT. Okay, so
I'm on Rhine, I'm on.
like I don't know if you know it, but you can like remove the anti-effect with bubble, like on yourself and on other people. So that's like a good way, especially if you play goats and you play into Nana. Like the anti is huge, and the anti is gonna probably can kill you and like decide the whole fight. So if you keep like a bubble, obviously yours, like the personal, is very high cooldown. But like for example the friendly. For mainly for your Reinhardt, I guess. If you drop shield and gets naded and it's anti, you can just bubble him to remove the anti effect, so he's not gonna die. Because otherwise he's just gonna die without healing, and goats, you're gonna die.
Have zone.
Rhine her.
Why no, dead.
Nice.
Too bad.
Now again, you're bubbling Reinhardt, but you're not telling Reinhardt. Obviously he knows, but
It's half.
like still it's helpful and it's information you can give.
Jake's one.
Another thing is, which I like already knows, is you like use bubble on cooldown, which in this scenario obviously is to generate a charge, I guess, and keep your teammates alive, help them. But you could use it to save people from, for example, like a couple of seconds ago, your Ryan got charged, but you didn't have bubble. Like for a situation like this, you should like. I just have to say, like in some situations, you should use it like as soon as you get it to, like in story fights. But you should not like use it. Oh, I have bubble. You're just gonna use it. You should try to use it more to like save people or remove anti effects
Doom one.
and keep people alive.
Doom one. Literally one.
I
And
perceive
I'm feeling that from behind.
Holy fuck.
that's. Oh, you're going?
Maybe not.
Nice grabs, yeah. Just stay on point,
Yeah,
stay on point.
but
I'm at the back.
No, I got that.
Okay. So this fight seems to be over. You have grav there.
We have grab.
You're graving. It's it's 2 minutes 6. I'll write it down. 2 minute 6. Oh, that's fucking awful. You try that again. 2 minutes 6. You grav. Okay.
I'm dead.
Big.
And then 2 seconds later. Two seconds later. You say huge. Yeah. Okay. So. Gerton is very strong CC ult and very impactful if you get the right follow-up, because otherwise it's just useless. Like if you have no damage or no follow-up, even if you get 6-man graph, you can still lose the fight. So calling out the graph before, or like when you press Q, you should call, or whatever button you have your ult on, you should call out graph. You should call out graph, and then you said like 2 seconds later you said huge, which is, I guess this is information which is like, okay, yeah, there are a lot of people in it, but you could say like huge, yeah, like huge graph is obviously good, like 'cause then people will more likely be following up and like trying to yeah, like follow up and do damage. But with a 2-second delay, it's, yeah, that could be better. Like you could just like say graphing, and then you see like, oh, huge graph or like 4-man graph, whatever. Yeah, and especially because it's like some people are coming back. Should graph as like a huge visual effect, but you can call out position as well, like where you graph them, like back right or whatever, like so they know that you, like where they, like people that come back the round in the fight and didn't saw you graphing, they know that you graphed, where you graphed, and if it's worth committing into the graph. Okay.
Just kill Ryan, just kill Ryan.
Okay, now let's look at this again. Okay.
Just kill Ryan, just kill Ryan.
After the graph, you divas down. I see your Moira, your Lucia, and your Ryan. Wait, come back. Okay, that was. Please. Okay. So here's your Reinhardt, your main tank. Here, both your supports. They're both on the point. They're both fighting. They're fighting against. Let's do with the other color. Here's like a. I think that's Lucia, Zarya, and Reinhardt. What the fuck did I just do? Reinhardt. What you will do now, because I already watched the VOD, I know it. You will flank behind them. You bubbled your Ryan, okay, sure.
Left chat soon.
There's an Anna. You fight the Anna.
Anna, no nade, no sleep.
Oh, never mind. You're not flanking behind them. That was later in the game. You are out of position, I guess. Because where you should position, I can get this in again. Oh, that was too late. Okay, try this again. Yeah, I'm good at this. I'm good at this. Your main tank. You should, like as Zarya and Goats, you should be with your main tank. Like, I would say 80% of the time. Sure, there are like some situations where you like can push forward in front of the Ryan to let him like recharge his shield maybe or get healed and take like damage with your bubble, I guess, and even to farm to get charge. But you should still be close to your Ryan like all the time, and you're not. Your Ryan is on point fighting against the Nano, Reinhardt, Zarya, Lucia, and because Nano, this is Anna. Okay, the Anna is gonna be like back here left. But still, he's fighting against two people, and against the Ryan Zarya with two supports, and you're the same. You have Ryan, you are Zarya, and two supports. But you're not playing with your Reinhardt. You should be here. And on top of that, if you're here, I mean, okay, Lucia has the fucking aura, who cares? But Moira has most healing, right? And she can heal you. If you're going that way, like back to the Ana, back left, going to server, then she can't heal you because she's healing the Rhine because there's a fight on point. Still, the point is not capped, right? So it's 0%, 0%, right? So yeah, like let's just think about this and position closer to your main tank.
I have strategy.
And again, you're not calling it the bubble.
Need heals, need heals.
Ana, no nade, no sleep.
The multi,
Kill Zarya, kill Zarya. Oh, that beat.
Go point, go point, go point. Testing point. Got two,
Big.
got two, no supports.
Do one.
I got stunned. Big.
Almost
Oh,
there.
mine. One doesn't have healing, why no healing, One shoot. Touch him, nice. Stay on next. Stay one, nice.
Alright, let's push up now. Push
Oh
up.
my God.
We can wall spawn.
Jake's ult is the most
Jake's right side.
Gold damage, poggers.
Oh, they're gone.
Oh, they're out.
that no damage drop off. Ah, triggers me.
Focus. Doom flanking outside.
Fine. Any healing? More?
No bubble.
I'm on.
One dead, it's traded.
Oh shit!
It's slow.
Go point.
How did the graph kill me?
Stall out as much.
Wait, you wanna watch it again?
Any healing? More?
Wait, when did you use your bubble?
And we can wall spawn.
Okay, it's in the fight, okay.
Jake's right side.
So you kept the point, sure.
Oh, they're gone.
Oh, they're out.
That no damage drop off. Ah, triggers me.
Focus.
Why is the, okay,
Doom
like your team plan is to wall people off
flanking
I'm
outside.
and then kill them
Fine.
because they're alone.
Any healing? More?
You
No bubble.
don't have a
Come on,
bubble?
One dead.
Wait, okay, I'm still so retarded. Where did you use the bubble?
Doom flanking.
Never saw.
Oh, they're
Do you have 1 second on bubble?
They're out.
That no damage drop off. Ah, triggers me.
Focus.
Okay, okay. Again, this is another point for using bubble because you have it. Which, like, you had 10 charge and you have 10 charge now. So it's not, it wasn't even a bubble to get charge. It could have been if you called it out. The diva could have played against quickly, which, whatever, but you didn't, and you should have just kept it.
Fine.
Because now, because the plan is to wall off, and now they engage, and you don't have a friendly, and they walled off, and your Rhine is going to charge, and now would be a good time to bubble the Rhine.
Oh shit!
It's slow.
Go point.
How did the graph kill me?
Stall out as much.
I think we should leave that Dimfest outside. If I heard him, just chase them. Just for the next fight.
Careful. Wait for Lisa.
Yeah, I can get my ult in there.
Again, you're using your bubble mainly to farm charge, but you're not even getting charge here.
Let's go. Go
Which,
main.
obviously at the beginning of the fight you want to get charge, because
Rhine wall.
Rhine.
you're Zarya, and
Dead.
They
Go
go.
next.
you're still doing damage without charge, but you, like, look at now, you have like a 70 charge and you're doing a lot of damage.
Still one.
Lucio one as well.
But again, yeah, this is the time where you flank behind. Okay, so again, looking at this fight, use your friendly on Reinhardt and obviously yourself on yourself to get like 77 charge, which is pretty good because the max is 80. So sure, good use, I guess. At the beginning of the fight, obviously you want to farm. You get charge. You get charge, so you do a lot of damage because you're like one of the 2 main damage outputs in this team with Diva. So yeah, but again, you don't have friendly, so you're not playing behind Rain Shield. You're playing against a Jungler, and
There's still one.
he obviously feeds you charge like a lot, but you don't have your whole self bubble, and you should play behind the shield and bubble Reinhardt or something to gain charge or to use your friendly to save people. But
Lucio
you're
one
just
as
playing
well.
on your own,
Bombing.
and now you're flanking.
Stick together on point, stick together, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
Doom behind, top. I move.
You okay? So you survived this with 200 HP, which could have ended badly. You could have died there. Like there was an Anna, so she could have slapped you or something.
Behind, please.
Anna 1?
Jack, wait.
And wait, is this the reason you're dying here? Okay, wait, let's watch this again. Okay, so the fight starts. Use both bubbles.
There's one.
You basically you're full HP.
Lucio one
Okay.
as well.
Bombing.
You're basically full HP. You want to reflank.
Stick together on point, stick together, stay with me.
Get down to 200 something.
I move Doom.
I'm
Guys,
throwing my
please
ball,
Doom
but I
behind,
don't
Yeah. Okay. This is also the reason you're dying here.
Anna 1?
Sure, you're. Okay, that was
One behind,
1 second
please.
too late. You're like you should dice as well, but your main healing source is the Moira, and because you played out of position and tried to flank. I don't know what intention it was. Maybe you wanted to, because you had graph, because maybe you wanted to grab from behind and get like a, I don't know, like a flanky huge graph. But if you planned that, then you should call it out to like let your team know, like if that was your plan. But despite that, you should not do that, I guess. Because as you saw, like you don't get healing obviously if you're flanking. You 400 HP and you have technically have a bubble to like a lot of self sustain. But you didn't have bubble when you went in, like yourself, in that self bubble, and yeah, you will have HP back into the fight and out of range for your healers, except Lucia, I assume, and so you didn't get healed, and then you died. Here,
Anna
yeah.
1?
Jack, wait.
Jack one.
Like if you didn't flank here and play with your team, play with your main tank, this fight could have been won.
Guys,
Especially because you had graph.
I mean, I got picked up by Doom. Well, there was absolutely nothing I could do.
Yeah, we should have focused Doom.
And you could have like damaged
No, like previously.
shattered
Shipped as soon as I heard it, but I was
enemies.
too late.
Come on, let's go.
But you couldn't because you just died.
Rhino 9?
Oh fuck.
I'm grabbing this. Stairs.
Huge. I grab.
This is good. Like, calling out, like you called out as soon as you press Q, you think I'm grabbing this, and you grabbed, and then you called out the position, which is huge. That's how you should do it all the time. I'm not sure what the friendly, but I guess it's
Push
fine.
it, push it.
Yeah, it's not
They
friendly,
used grab,
self
I used
bubble.
They used
Shadows
grab, they
too.
used shatter,
Wine walk.
and they used
Dim.
Close to shatter.
Doom.
Anna.
Oh fuck.
I'm still not there.
Come on.
Okay, this is good.
Came back
Die
right
point.
If you're playing against the Doomfist, you should mostly keep your
As well.
friendly for Doomfist engage. So if he dives someone, you can bubble the target, and he's not getting value. He's not doing damage, so I don't think he gets shield. But even if he gets shield, he's not getting value because he's not getting a kill. There you used it to bubble Ryan from Doomfist ult, which is fine. Ryan dead anyways, but that was still like good usage. Try to save someone from an ult. which is
Me
good.
alive. I'm staying on point.
Why?
Doom one, but shield. Doom one. Doom actually won.
Fat.
Doom.
Dead.
Again, you're not playing with your main tank.
Lucio one.
You're kind of playing alone, like most of the time.
Tire left.
It's main. It's on me.
And
Gotta go.
Huge.
again, you were way ahead of your main tank and
Wine.
your whole team.
Anna half.
But you go, so you should stick together.
This is that behind. Come back.
Fucking cancer team.
Okay, we can grab him here and win, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch for
They
the
speed. Didn't have it. Oh, junk feeding.
You can grab now.
Lucio passed.
Lucio's gonna touch.
I got him.
Okay, good job.
Nice. Okay, let's skip to the next round.
Cancel.
I think you're playing the same.
They have, yeah, let's go point. Let's dive.
Left dive, yeah. Genji is going right.
Yeah, you're playing the same. Okay.
Zon, you might have to swap to McQueen after this fight, and I might have to swap to
One son.
Fire, what happened?
Monkey and Lisa. Do you?
Right side, look right side alone.
D.Va low.
Monkey
Monkey low.
low, monkey one. D.Va one.
Nice.
Get
Genji
one,
point,
get one.
Monkey half. Monkey.
Lucio,
Far behind.
Outside, yeah. First
Yeah.
half outside.
Okay. Okay. So let's just fight again. Just look at your usage of your friendly.
Genji is going right side, watch out.
Zorn, you might have to swap to McQueen after this fight, and I might have to swap to
One stun.
So the ping dive.
and Lisa D.Va.
Right side, Lucio right side.
Get booped.
D.Va low.
Monkey.
You're focusing tanks. Genji dashes in. And they're both of your supports. This is an opportunity to use your bubble to just protect one of your supports from the Genji damage.
D.Va one.
Nice.
Genji
point,
one.
I mean, he dies, right? But still,
Monkey half.
your tracking is sick. No, nothing. But
Far behind.
you get a lot of kills.
Outside, yeah.
You do a lot of damage, and now you bubble. I mean, till the next fight starts, you get the bubble. Like you have to cool that bubble again, but you should have used the bubble during the fight, not after the fight is won. Like, even if you like don't save someone or just get like 2 charge of it, it's still more valuable than not using it at all. Because that's the opposite of what you did last round. Like that's when you used the bubble most. Like you had bubble, you used it. Now you just didn't use it. And now you're like, oh yeah, I have bubble, I'm gonna use it, and the fight is already over. So
Mercy can die.
cap point.
Okay. Should we stand point or
Yeah.
that point there even though?
Oh, this. Okay, they're keeping the fire.
Almost got call lessons. And we almost got a beat.
They have Zen though, no more mercy.
I think
Yeah,
Farah's
no
gonna
main
stop
heal.
soon then.
Yeah,
They have no main heal.
She probably.
side?
Is she close to barrage?
maybe.
No.
I don't know.
Ryan's outside. Okay, he's back.
They're going main.
Okay.
Also there.
this is good. Like this is what I suggested earlier. You can even though your range probably has full shield and full HP, you're like blocking damage for the range shield to get charge. You get 25 charge, which is fine, and that's still you're not playing with your main tank, and you should have like stay behind your main tank and then move forward, call it out, and so you can like not use a shield, I guess. But yeah, that's it's a good idea. But still, you're not playing with your main tank.
I got call lessons.
Like this is how you should position.
They can push them in them. I can
Again, you bubble this bubble. You're not calling out that you bubble, so he's not peeking. Obviously, so and you don't get charge of it, and the fight starts, and you don't have friendly, and I think your self is on 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds. Okay.
Break. Nice.
Good. One.
Ryan. Still Ryan.
Like in this mess, you should bubble someone. Yeah, okay.
Dead.
There.
Preferably your Reinhardt. Like if no one is in danger,
There's one.
They got a diva, they got a diva.
like if there's no one to save with your bubble, you should most likely bubble the Reinhardt so you can just swing and do damage and do shit like farm his shatter.
halfway to the next call lesson.
62 Mac. I have it in a second.
Shield's low. Focus shield.
You have what up? Oh, no.
Again, you're not
Need
calling
heals
out.
badly.
Focus shield.
Okay, sorry. Didn't see you. No piss? Oh,
Wait.
huge!
Why no?
I'm on Ryan.
I'm grabbing after the trance.
Break got me.
Saying that you plan to graph is amazing. That's good information for your team, so they can prepare cooldowns. I don't know, like D.Va can like keep missiles and stuff like this. Still, even though you got graph as well, and they probably see the graph, still call out that you graph. Even you're like saying, okay, I'm gonna graph after trance. When trance is like ending, probably like there's still a chance that some people of your team don't have line of sight on Zenyatta or on the graph. So call out that you graph, and then call out if it's like worth committing or not. Like huge, like say huge or 7-man graph. Who cares? But like give the team information if it's worth committing and where the graph is. In this situation, most likely not leaded because you got graphed as well, and you're just staring at each other. There you go. But still, like in general.
The book behind us for short.
Ryan.
Mine's half, one low.
I'm down.
One dead. Bombing. I'm dead.
That was a good bubble to save your Lijiang.
Go point.
Point. Silence.
No,
Go for
rotation.
big, go for big.
Okay, that was a C9. I'm not gonna talk about that.
Go target.
Ryan and Zerna coming.
Target.
Baguette.
Break the half.
It's lost.
No, fuck him.
Okay, we can maybe look for. Oh, we're close to grab as well. Okay, nice. We have a lot of ults coming now.
They're gonna. Wait, did they use trends? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And beat as well.
This is probably like your last fight. Or second to last fight.
Yeah, we are. Okay, let's go.
They have brick ult and
15 to grab. Okay.
Go right.
Baguette,
Brick
follow.
on.
Guys,
Come on,
right.
me.
Guys.
Oh my god, guys.
Yeah, brick was okay.
Oh.
One's hiding.
Just listen. Shut up and listen. Holy.
Yeah, okay.
Down.
Okay, I don't think I have to talk about this, but you went the right way, like at first, but like 3 or 4 of you people like didn't listen to the call and were going main instead of right side, and now you're like overextending and
Down, come right.
there, like your main and yeah,
Okay, I'm on
you
break.
forced
Just
chatter,
reset, just go
so
for it.
that's a good
Have
thing.
ults.
Brick squad.
Yeah, we're
And
just
now you
feeding
have
this
grab
side.
for the next fight. And okay, yeah, that was the
Okay, we
second
have,
to last
like,
fight.
all our big ults, and we'll have these things.
One's
Coming up
so
on 6 ults. We're assuming it's last fight, so it doesn't matter. We can just grab or shatter, and then you'll do. You ready? Okay, let's go. Everyone's here.
Yes.
They're all on the left here. I think our matrix is there.
Break behind.
Focus deeper, focus deeper.
Where's the grab?
Deeper's
Diva,
one,
diva,
deeper's one.
diva.
I'm one.
You.
I'm grabbing.
Who's on Mac? Bombing.
Again, this is good.
Oh, everything.
Call out that you called out
Focus, doesn't matter.
that you grab.
Nice, go point now, go point.
Brick
Obviously,
behind, one behind, brick
You had
behind.
like
Half. Brick behind coming to you. Watch out.
4 ults, I think. So
Nice. Diva,
Yeah.
Diva coming.
you should win this fight and you win. So well done.
Huge. No.
Okay. Now I'm gonna do like a summary of the basic points. What you like could improve. One thing about your is this color. Bubbles. You should call out when you use them. When used. And what you can also do is call out your cooldown, like call out cooldown of the bubbles. So, for example, you're saying like 3 seconds to friendly, or 3 seconds to bubble, because if you like, they will assume it's friendly. So, like for example, this can lead to like your Reinhardt or can play more aggressively because he knows, okay, and if I play like aggressively and if I get in danger or get too low, like in 2 seconds or in 3 seconds I will get a bubble. So he can play more aggressively and more freely. Then that's bubbles. Then graphs, you should call them out. Call out when used, and the position, and also if it's worth committing. You did this sometimes, but like not consistently. Like most of the times you, like if you did, you also only said like that you graphed, but like the position and if it's worth committing could be like very like valuable information for some of your team members that don't have line of sight or stuff like this. And then the big thing is play with your main tank. you should play way more with your main tank. You're playing way too flanky. Like you're playing just on your own, and if you play with your main tank, this ensures that you get healed, and well, yeah, I guess help your main tank. So just like you can position like left to your main tank, but you just most of the time you're way further ahead than your main tank, and yeah, that's basically it.